Let's talk about boxcars. Boxcar doors, to be specific. First, let's meet some people. Freddie and Carolyn. They live in the same town, their kids play sports together, and they work at different warehouses. Here's Fast Freddie on the job. He's fast with the forklift for sure. But for what he gains in speed, he loses in carelessness when he's working around the boxcars. Just look at the damage done unloading this car. Freddie's forklift or dock plate should never touch the boxcar door. The boxcar Fast Freddie just unloaded is on its way to the warehouse where Careful Carolyn works. Careful Carolyn is methodical about how she loads her cars. She gets the job done safely and on time, unless she gets a damaged car. Can you relate? Fast Freddie is not only slowing down Carolyn, but anyone else who gets a boxcar after he's finished with it. Boxcars are shared assets and part of a pool used by manufacturers and businesses across the country. Sharing the cars is efficient and it reduces transportation costs for you and your customers. And having a reliable, clean working boxcar just makes everyone's day go a little better. That's why we all need to protect boxcars, especially their doors, from damage. Boxcar doors are important. Without them, how could we get products in and out or safely transport those products without water or other environmental damage? So, let's talk how to work those doors. Plug doors use a handle to seal the door shut. Sliding doors have a latch to keep the door shut. Both types of doors, when working properly, should move easily when you push them open. There should be no need to force them open. But before you attempt to open a door, make sure you are following the safety procedures of your workplace. If available, park your forklift next to the car, but not touching the car. This provides an additional layer of safety in case doors are not fully attached to the boxcar. Check that the top rollers or door lip are in the track on the top and the rollers are on the bottom door track. Make sure the top and bottom door tracks are in good condition and that the door stops are in place. For a plug door, after you have removed the seals, turn the wheel or handle to release the door. It should not move suddenly. If it does, that may mean the load is putting pressure against the door. For the sliding door, remove the seals and unlatch the latch. For both types of doors, open the door 6 to 12 inches slowly and look inside. If no product has shifted onto the door, continue to slide the door open until it reaches the end stops and locks in the open position. If your door does not open easily, it is most likely damaged. Next, we'll talk about how to spot damage, report it, and get a damaged door open safely without the forklift. When you really think about it, damaged doors are more than just a hassle to you in getting your job done. Right, Fast Freddie? Damaged doors are a potential safety hazard in transit as well as at origin and destination. Here are a few tips on how to spot a damaged door. Check the door track for any distortions, breaks, or bent track. Check to make sure the door stops are in place on the top and bottom of the door. Look for bulging doors, bent latches, or partially open doors. This could be a sign that the load is putting pressure on the door. Check the lip of the door. It should always be inside the channel on top and the rollers on the bottom track. If it is not, do not try to open the door. Immediately report it to your supervisor and/or your rail carrier's mechanical department. In fact, report any damage you see so it can be repaired as soon as possible. Even if you are able to get a door open, you help everyone who uses boxcars by reporting all damage to your carrier. As you know, repairing damage costs time and money. That is why we all must work together to keep the supply of boxcars in good condition, to not only protect the products, but allow boxcar rates to stay competitive. And that means when you have a damaged door and think you can get it open, you need to do it the Careful Carolyn way. If available, park your forklift next to the car, but not touching the car. This provides an additional layer of safety. forklifts with dock plates, or any other non-approved device attached should never, ever come in contact with the door. Never use the forklift to push on the boxcar door or to spin the wheel or handle on a boxcar. Don't use attached dock plates or other clamps to open the doors. This causes damage. For a plug door, after you have removed the seals, turn the handle or wheel to release the door. It should not move suddenly. If it does, that may mean the load is putting pressure against the door. For the sliding door, remove the seals and unlatch the latch. For both types of doors, open the door 6 to 12 inches slowly and look inside. If no product has shifted onto the door, continue to slide the door open until it reaches the end stops and locks in the open position. If the door will not easily slide open, you may try a come-along device that is approved by your rail carrier. Proper use of the come-along device will help open a door without causing more damage. Pulling brackets are identified on most boxcars. These must be used to prevent damage from the come-along device. To recap, never use the forklift on the door. Using forklifts to force the door open is one of the main causes of damage and will definitely make existing damage worse. Report damage. Anytime a door can't be opened by one person without mechanical assistance, report it to the serving rail carrier to be inspected and repaired. When the doors work easily and the boxcars are free of damage, everyone's productive. You want and need your rail carrier to supply boxcars that are clean, with sound roofs and sides, square end walls, smooth floors, and snug-fitting doors. Well, so do all the other businesses who use boxcars. We depend on each other to maintain the quality and efficiency of the boxcars we all use every day. You can protect the integrity of the car and the products that move inside the car by using proper loading and unloading techniques. First, be sure you know the AAR guidelines and loading standards for the products you are handling. Second, make sure you have the right forklift for the door size. If your lift is too big, it will damage the doors and interior as you turn and move in and out of the car. Once you have safely opened the door, place the dock plate securely over the gap. Do not push the door open with the dock plate or touch the door with the dock plate. As you move your forklift in and out of the car, make sure the forklift does not touch the wall, ceiling, or doors of the boxcar. If you do, it can cause holes and dents that become water entry points, and no one wants water inside their boxcar. Congratulations, your job is almost done. It is time to send the boxcar on its way. If your car is empty, please check for remnants like nails, brads, staples, steel fragments, cardboard, or other dunnage and remove it. This is appreciated by the next person who will receive that boxcar. If your car is loaded, make sure the load is away from the doors. The top of the load should not touch the roof or the top door tracks. Now it's time to close the door. Always close doors after you have finished loading or unloading. Rail carriers will refuse to move a boxcar with an open door. And your forklift is not needed, Fast Freddy. You can close the door by hand. First, check to make sure that nothing inside the car will prevent the door from closing, or that nothing can fall on the door once closed and in transit. Release the door stops and push the door down the track. For sliding doors, simply slide the door closed. For a plug door, there are two motions. First, push the door until it stops. Then, turn the wheel or handle to engage the locking pins that pull the door into the car. If you cannot close the door by hand, you can use an approved come-along device. Once you are done, make sure to remove any placards or fumigation stickers that are not part of your load. Working together, we can protect boxcars from damage and report all damage when we find it. We can keep transportation costs down and improve the availability of cars. That means you can load and receive product in a damage-free car when you need it and get your job done.